majestic eagle-like being that the great Lord Vishnu rides upon? This is Garuda, the king of birds, a symbol of power, speed, and unwavering devotion. But his story is not just one of divine service. It is a saga born from a bitter family rivalry, a mother's suffering, and a son's incredible quest to defy the gods themselves. His tale begins not in the celestial realms, but with the great sage Kashyapa, a progenitor of many races. Kashyapa had two wives, the sisters Kadru and Vinata, who were both granted boons of motherhood by their husband. Kadru, desiring a large and powerful lineage, asked for 1,000 serpent sons, the Nagas, who would be mighty and formidable. Vinata, on the other hand, made a simpler, yet more profound request. She asked for only 2 sons, but desired that they be more powerful and radiant than all of Kadru's 1,000 children combined. In time, Kadru's eggs hatched, and 1,000 slithering Nagas emerged, filling the world with their hissing presence. Vinata, however, waited patiently. For 500 long years, her 2 eggs remained unhatched. Growing impatient and perhaps a little envious of her sister's numerous offspring, Vinata made a fateful mistake. In her haste, she broke open one of the eggs. From the broken shell emerged a radiant being, his upper body perfectly formed and glowing with celestial light. But his lower body was still undeveloped. This was Aruna, the dawn personified. Angered at his premature birth, Aruna cursed his mother for her impatience. He declared that for her lack of faith, she would become a slave to the very sister she was envious of, Kadru. He prophesied that she would remain in servitude for 500 years, until her second son, a being of immense power, would hatch and finally come to her rescue. After delivering his curse, Aruna ascended to the heavens, becoming the charioteer of the sun god, Surya, forever heralding the dawn. Vinata was left with her grief and the remaining egg, which she now guarded with renewed patience and a heavy heart. True to Aruna's curse, a foolish wager soon led to Vinata's enslavement. One day, Kadru and Vinata saw Chishravas, the divine 7-headed horse that emerged from the churning of the ocean. Kadru claimed the horse's tail was black, while Vinata insisted it was pure white. They made a bet. Whoever was wrong would become the slave of the other. Secretly, Kadru instructed her 1,000 Naga sons to coil around the horse's tail, making it appear black from a distance. The next day, when the sisters went to see the horse, Vinata was horrified to see its tail looking black. She had lost the bet. As per the agreement, Vinata became Kadru's slave, forced to serve her and her 1,000 serpent children. She endured countless humiliations, her spirit crushed under the weight of her servitude. Finally, after another 500 years had passed, the second egg hatched. But this was no ordinary birth. The shell burst open with a blinding flash of light, and from it emerged a being so vast and powerful that his form filled the sky. His body shone like a mountain of gold, his wingspan blotted out the sun, and his eyes blazed with the fire of 1,000 suns. This was Garuda. The gods themselves trembled at his power, mistaking him for Agni, the fire god, due to his sheer radiance. Upon learning of his mother's plight, his heart burned with a righteous fury. He went to his Naga half-brothers and demanded to know the price for his mother's freedom. The cunning Nagas, knowing of Garuda's incredible power, saw an opportunity. They issued an impossible demand: bring them the Amrita, the divine nectar of immortality, from the heavily guarded realm of the gods. Only then, they declared, would they release Vinata from her bondage. This was a task no mortal or demigod had ever dared to attempt. The Amrita was protected by a fortress of unimaginable security. It was surrounded by a massive wall of fire that consumed everything that came near. Beyond the fire was a terrifying, razor-sharp spinning wheel of blades that would shred any intruder to pieces. And guarding the nectar itself were 2 gigantic, ferocious serpents whose venomous gaze could turn anyone to ash in an instant. Undeterred, Garuda embarked on his epic quest. His love for his mother gave him strength beyond measure. He first flew to a great river, swallowing its entire waters to douse the celestial wall of fire. He then shrunk his form to the size of a tiny speck, passing through the deadly spinning blades unharmed. Finally, he confronted the 2 monstrous serpents guarding the nectar. Kicking up a massive cloud of dust to blind them, he swiftly attacked and defeated the fearsome guardians. With the path clear, Garuda seized the pot of Amrita and began his journey back to the realm of the Nagas. On his way, he encountered Lord Vishnu. The great preserver god was immensely impressed by Garuda's power, selflessness, and devotion to his mother. He offered Garuda a boon. Garuda, in his humility, asked for 2 things: to be immortal without drinking the Amrita, and to be position forever above Vishnu. Vishnu granted his boons, and in return, asked Garuda to become his eternal mount, his Vahana. Garuda gracefully accepted this high honor, sealing a bond that would last for eternity. As he continued his journey, he was confronted by Indra, the king of the gods, who was furious that the nectar had been stolen. A fierce battle ensued. Garuda, empowered by Vishnu's boon, proved to be more than a match for the king of gods and his celestial army. He single-handedly defeated the Devas. Indra, realizing he could not defeat Garuda, hurled his most powerful weapon, the Vajra, at him. The thunderbolt struck Garuda, but such was his might that it only caused a single feather to fall, which became a sacred symbol for all birds. Impressed and humbled, Indra sought a truce. Garuda explained the reason for his quest, telling Indra about his mother's slavery and the Naga's demand. He assured Indra that he had no intention of letting the serpents drink the Amrita. He only intended to use it as a ransom to free his mother. He promised that once his mother was freed, Indra could retrieve the nectar before the Nagas could consume it. An agreement was made. In exchange for this, Indra granted Garuda a boon. From that day forward, serpents would become his natural food. This cemented the eternal enmity between Garuda, the king of birds, and the Nagas, the serpent race. Garuda returned to the Nagas, placing the pot of Amrita on a bed of sacred kusha grass. He declared, "Here is the nectar of immortality. Now, release my mother, Vinata, from her bondage." The overjoyed Nagas immediately freed Vinata. As the Nagas prepared to drink the nectar, Garuda urged them to perform a purification ritual first. The moment the serpents left to cleanse themselves, Indra swooped down and snatched back the pot of Amrita, returning it to its rightful place in the heavens. When the Nagas returned, they found the nectar gone. In their desperation, they lit the sharp kusha grass where the pot had been placed, hoping to taste even a single drop of the divine liquid. This act, however, only sliced their tongues in two, which is why snakes are said to have forked tongues to this day. Thus, Garuda, through his incredible courage and devotion, not only freed his mother but also became the immortal mount of Lord Vishnu and the eternal adversary of the serpent race. His story is a powerful reminder of a son's love and the great lengths one will go to for family. If you enjoyed this story and want to explore more tales from the rich tapestry of Hindu mythology, make sure to subscribe to our channel, Sanatan Puranas.